Dear children, good morning all of you. In last class, we learned about plant cell and animal cell and their differences. What are the differences of plant and animal cells? In plants, cell wall is present. In animal cells, cell wall is absent. In plant cells, plastids are present. In animal cells, plastids are not present. In animal cells, centrioles are absent. In animal cells, centrioles are present. About cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell. It is thin and flexible. It is made up of lipids and proteins. It allows only certain substances into the cell, so it is also called as selectively permeable membrane. Next, cell wall. We also know about cell wall. Cell wall is the unique feature in plant cells. It is tough and flexible. It gives strength to the plant and it continuously exchanges substances with other cells during growth and development. Next, nucleus. We also know about nucleus in last class. Nucleus is a dark body found in the cytoplasm of the cell. We also learned about nucleus. Nucleus controls all the functions of the cell. It is the storehouse for genetic information. It determines the characteristics of an organism. It plays an important role in cell division. We also learned about cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid contained in this different cell organelles are floating. Now today we are studying about some more important cell organelles like mitochondria, plasmid, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome and nucleus. Now we study about endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membranes in cytoplasm inside the cell. When the study is the cell is observed under the microscope, we can find network of tubes and sheets found inside it. These provide strength and support to the cell. And it also forms basic skeleton. It is connected to nucleus and to other parts of the cell. It is of two types. Endoplasmic reticulum is two types. Rough endoplasmic reticulum the endoplasmic reticulum to which ribosomes are attached. So these are called rough endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum which ribosomes are attached is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are called for protein manufacture. Protein manufacture. Next, second one, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum that to which now ribosomes involved in lipid synthesis. Proteins are important for growth of the cell, repair of a cell, and formation of new cells. Now these proteins and lipids are used for helping building the cell membrane. Now we are going to learn about the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Transport substances from one part of the cell to another part. The substances that comes from the nucleus is transported to different parts of the cell through these network of channels. Surface. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs. Now, to study about Golgi body. Golgi apparatus. Camillo Golgi. Golgi first observed Golgi apparatus, Golgi body, 1898. Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. Camillo Golgi observed Golgi body in 1898. Several membranes. These membranes create sac-like structures around which many fluid-filled vesicles abound. Reaches through these channels. Here the substances are altered slightly. The function of Golgi body is to package up various substances before they are transferred to different parts of the cell. These proteins and these substances are used to regenerate and repair of membranes. Golgi bodies are varied from cell to cell. The number of Golgi bodies are varied from cell to cell. These substances involve cells that secrete hormones and enzymes. So there are no Golgi bodies. If there were no Golgi body, the proteins, enzymes and hormones not transported to the other parts of the cell. Study about lysosomes. Lysosomes are small round vacuole-like structures. These consist of destructive enzymes. These destructive enzymes are there inside the lysosome. Earlier, when the scientists carried by lysosomes. So they thought that it was mystery for the scientists how a cell is able to withstand with these destructive enzymes without destroying. Later, they found that these destroying enzymes are not directly present in cytoplasm. In cytoplasm, they make contact with other cells like mitochondria, nucleus, etc. They may digest and the cell will die. Not happening because they are all openly found in, they are not openly found in cytoplasm. Come in contact with the rest of the cell. The destroying enzymes are packed up safely in lysosomes. Thus, the enzymes do not come in contact with the rest of the cell. The materials that need to be destroyed or transported to the lysosome. Sometimes, when the cell is wanted to destroy itself, the lysosomes burst and open up, and those toxic materials enter the cell and destroy the cell. So that is why lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of the cell. Ribosomes are small granule-like structures. Is called ribosomes. It providing surface for the synthesis of proteins. It is found in rough endoplasmic reticulum. Plastids. Plastids are present only in plant pots. These are three types: chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Chloroplast are the colored plastids, which are green, which contains green color pigment called chlorophyll. It plays important role in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants prepare food materials by using carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis takes place in chloroplast. If you observe the structure of chloroplast, if you see the structure of chloroplast, it is membrane bound organelle. It has two membranes, inner membrane and outer membrane. Inside this, they have some structures called thylakoids arranged in a stalk. These stalks of thylakoids are called grana. Inside this, there is a fluid-filled portion called stroma. These are different shapes, oval and disc. In all ways, there are different types, different shapes: ladder, stalks, reticulate, filamentous, and spirals. If you see the diameter of chloroplast in higher plants, it is about 4 to 10 microns. Chloroplast varies in different plant cells. Primary function of chloroplast is to trap solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. Different plastids are present. Different colors like blue, red, orange. They are present in flowers and fruits. Leucoplast. Leuco means white. They do not have colors. Vacuoles are fluid-filled structures, contains water and salts. It is present in both plant and animal cells. In animal cells, they are small in size. In plant cells, they are large in size. In mature plants, they occupy entire space of the cell. Now we will recollect endoplasmic reticulum. It is a network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets. It involves in the protein and lipid synthesis. Golgi apparatus, chemical Golgi observed Golgi apparatus in 1898. It packages and transport of various substances to the other parts of the cell. Next, lysosomes. Lysosomes are small and spherical. It consists of destructive enzymes. It participates in intercellular digestion and lysosomes are also known as suicidal bands of the cell. Next, mitochondria. It is oval and cylindrical. It is the powerhouse of the cell. It is responsible for the cellular respiration. Cellular respiration takes place in the mitochondria. It releases energy in the form of ATP. Next, ribosomes. It is small granular substances present on the surface of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Next, plastids. Plastids are three types: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chloroplast, these are green color plastids. It contains green color pigment called chlorophyll. It plays important role in photosynthesis. Its primary function is to trap solar energy and transform it into chemical energy. Chromoplast contains different colors: red, blue and orange. It is present in flowers and fruits. Leucoplasts are colorless. They do not contain colored or cells flat. Here is the question. When we are drawing a diagram of the cell, we draw two-dimensional diagrams. When we are drawing a diagram of the cell, we draw two-dimensional diagrams like this. So, in fact, it appears like cells are flat. In fact, cells are not flat. Cells have a three-dimensional shape. How is the earth? Earth is not a flat. It is a spherical shape. If we use powerful microscope, then we can observe three-dimensional shapes of the cell, which may exist in cylindrical, spherical, round, etc. Whatever shape may be, it is three-dimensional shape. In 1838 to 39, Matthias Jakob Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. These few people, they generalized the cell. He says that all the cells 39, Matthias Jakob Schleiden, Theodor Schwann. These two scientists, he says that all living organisms are made up of cells, and cell is having a nucleus. Later, in 1855, Rudolf von Virchow, he has answered to one more thing which was not known that and not given by these two people also, that is, where these cells come from. These two people, they have said that cells are the basic unit of life. But cells they did not give how the cells come from. Rudolf given that new cells comes from the pre-existing cells. New cells comes from the pre-existing cells. By the hypothesis of Schleiden and Schwann, he proposed the cell theory. All living organisms are composed of cells and product of cells. All cells arise from the pre-existing cells.